everyone, this is Star Captain Quinn, and welcome to a new video. Today I will be talking about the magical readathon Orilium of the Spring Equinox semester that G from Book Roast created. This is my little notebook that I created for the readathon. I can quickly flip through to, I guess, what I've already been reading in my character page. This is my character page. This is Ezekiel, or Zeke. He got sorted in the House of the Arcane, but his calling is a scribe. He is half elf, half Iltyrian. He's a wildling, and his province is Etheria. And then with the weekly Gear Up Readathon, his conduit was a feather, and the legacy was Bag of Holding. I'll quickly flip through my novice path. These are the finished pages. So these are all the books that I read for each prompt. So I read All the Stars and Teeth, The Martian, The Chosen and the Beautiful, Gideon the Ninth, Misery, The Kingdom of the Wicked, and Never Kiss Your Roommate. And then these are my character prompts. I've read Where the Red Fern Grows already. I have about 2 hours left of the audiobook for Hounded. I finished Dune, and for the Iltyrian Heritage, I did have a book here, but I DNF'd it after like 20 pages. I'm gonna try to squeeze this in before April, but if I read it during April, I'll probably count it, just because I DNF'd it so late. I didn't really have any time to pick a new book, and it was really hard to find a red cover or a crow, so I'm gonna give myself a little grace on that. Here are my reads for the Gear Up Readathon. I picked, for the conduit, I picked The Feathers. I read Animal Farm. So it was supposed to be a book under 100 pages. And then my legacy, I picked The Pocket Dimension, which is read an ebook. And I picked The Yellow Wallpaper. And now for this month of April, the Spring Equinox, I picked Scribe, and I'll be talking through what books that I picked for each one. Here's the syllabus. I'll link all the documents and stuff down below. The Scribe has 5 books for the Spring Equinox, and it has, I believe, 7 for the Autumn Equinox. The first class is Elemental Studies, Basics of Air Dynamics, and it is a book under 100 pages. It was hard for me to find a book under 100 pages, so I'm just going to be reading a story from this collection. So I'll be reading Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Robert Louis Stevenson. It's about like 65 to 90 pages, I believe. The next class is Inscription, Glyph Strength, and that is to read an intimidating read. And I'm going to be picking Pachinko by Min Jin Lee. This is intimidating both because it's a historical fiction, which I'm not used to reading, and it is also a pretty chonky book. The next class is Restoration, Cure Wounds, and this is a book featuring healers. And I'll be reading Harrow the Ninth by Tamsin Muir. The next class is Lore, Myths Most Known, and it's mythology inspired. I don't actually have a lot of mythology-inspired things, and so the first thing that came to mind was Guild by Raven Kennedy. This is like a King Midas inspired story. And my last class is Spells and Incantations, Anti-Gravity Spell. And this is to read short stories or essays. And I picked Hungry Hearts, edited by Elise Chapman and Caroline Tung Richmond. So this is just a short story collection about food. And here is the page that I have for that. I'm going to be putting like a stamp under each one that I finish. And then if I finish all of them, I'll be putting a big stamp here that says that I completed the semester. And these are the books that I'll be reading for the month of April. If you are participating, put in the comments what your character's name is and what their calling is. Until next time, this is Quinn, signing out.